This is Skill Video 6, Properties of Logarithms. There are three properties. The first property is the product property. If we have log base b to the u times v, that is the same as if we said log base b of u plus log base b of v. The second property is the quotient property. Log base b u over v is the same as saying log base b to the u minus log base b to the v of v. The power property is the last property. Log base b of u to the n is the same as saying n times log base b of u. Okay, now some examples. Now, by using log base 3 of 6, which is this, and log base 3 of 9, which is this, use those to approximate the following. If we have log base 3 of 54, we should know that 54 is the same as 6 times 9. So 6 times 9 is 54. So we can have log base 3 of 6 times 9. So we know that 6, now if we have a log with the times, what is that? It's a product property, just like up here. So you're going to have this, and then you're going to add those. Now we know that log base 3 of 6 is 1.631. And then the times, just like up there, is going to be a plus 2. Okay, and then we can just plug that right into the calculator, and we're going to get 3.631, and that will be your answer. For this one, we have 6 over 9. We know, just like the quotient property, that when we have a fraction here, we separate the logarithms and do a negative. So we can say this is having log base 3 6 minus log base 3 9. We know that log base 3 6 is 1.631, and just like up there, and then that's going to be minus 2. So we then have that, and we can just plug that into the calculator again, and that is going to be negative 0.369. And again, that will be your answer. Okay, there's one for you to try on your own, so give you about 20 seconds and try that one. So hopefully that was enough time, and this is what you should have gotten. Separate that 36 to 6 times 6, and log 6 and 6, separate those, add that up in the calculator, and this is your answer. Okay, and then for the next example, expanding the logarithms. You know, just like in the product property, if we go back up there, multiplication goes to the adding. So just like in the product property, we have this right here. Can say this as log base 6 of 4 plus log base 6 of x squared. Like we talked about in the power property, this 2 has to come out to the front. So we then have log base 6 of 4 plus 2 times log base 6 of x. And this right here is going to be the answer, because all we're doing is expanding. And for this one, if we want to just skip this step, I think it's simple enough. This 3, when we separate this one, is going to have to come out front, as well as this 4 coming out front. So for the first one, this is all just like the product property again, you're adding. So the 3 needs to come out, so it's 3 times log base 6 of x plus 4 times log base 6 of y plus log base 6 of z. And that, again, is your answer. All you're doing is expanding this, making it bigger. Okay, and here is another one for you to try on your own. So pause the video and try that. And that is what you should have gotten. So we have log base 9y squared because this is a fraction. We have the negative, then we need to pull this out front. We need to pull this out front. And this here, is the answer. Alright, then we have one more. We have condensing. So we know that back up our quotient property, we have a negative that came from the fraction. So if we have the log base 4, these logs are the same, and the 7 and the 6, this is the first one. So we know that this negative, we can just basically take this negative and make it become a fraction. So we're going to change that to log base 4 7 over 11 of 7 over 11. That's condensing that because that negative basically is transformed into the fraction. And then the next one we have here, and so we know right here we have 2 log base 2's, and then our y and our x, and we know that before when we had the exponent we pulled it out into the front, so we can guess that these are going to be our exponents. So we can have log base 2 x to the 4th plus log base 2 y to the 3rd. And then we know that this plus is the same as saying that these are multiplied. So we can just bring that into 1 log base 2 x to the 4th y to the 3rd. We can leave our answer as that right there because all we're doing is condensing it. Here is the last example for you to try on your own, and that'll be it. And there is the answer to that. We're going to have the 3 coming up here, the 5 come to the exponent of the y, 3 come to the exponent of the x, then this plus means they're multiplied, log base 4 to the x to the 3rd, or of x to the 3rd, y to the 5th. And that is all.